Welcome everybody. Super excited about today's video. I've been wanting to do this for a long time and finally getting the opportunity to do it. That's rebuilding my pedal board. A couple years ago this thing happened called COVID. Everybody stopped playing. So I gutted my pedal board, started using all my pedals in my productions with reamping, got really into reamping synth. Actually a production I just came out last week called Bloodsport by The Follow Through, where I reamped a Rhodes sound. Came out super cool. I'll leave a link in the description, check it out. But you're joining me today at my workbench so that I can reassemble all these pedals. In the last couple years, I've been blessed with endorsements with Warm and Ernie Ball, working with Greenchild, so gotten a lot more pedals, a lot more to choose from here. Also gonna take this opportunity to modify my pedal board and upgrade it, and I'll show you what that's about here in a minute. But also, if you see any floating feet over here in the overhead camera, that's Luis. He's behind the camera today doing the video production, as always. So let's get into it, introduce all the players. So this is my pedal board. It is a Pedal Pad brand pedal board. Had it forever, and it's rugged. It's great. I love it. It's stuck together for this long. Take the top off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's got about half an inch of sweat caked onto it. It is incredibly dirty. But I don't know why that's in there. We got, yeah, I literally have not opened this thing in so long. And then this guy's strapped in there, so. But you can see that the pedal pad has these modular metal plates. You can move around in any orientation you want to get the pedals to be wherever you want them to be. They come with this patch pad here, or this patch bay. Has 3 loops in it, and it also comes with a power supply to provide power to all your pedals. I have that on my desk right now, powering the pedals that I did in my latest production, but I bought a Ernie Ball Volt to provide power to those so that I could bring my power supply back to the pedal pad here. I actually reached out to Pedal Pad to see if they had any more of these metal plates so that I could get more surface area, and this model is no longer in production, so they didn't have any more metal plates, but they still make pedal boards, and yeah, really like the company, so all kinds of stuff. All right, so let's start talking about pedals. Of course, my Dunlop Crybaby, that's got to be on there. I really like that one. Let's see, we got the OG Ernie Ball volume pedal, right? That thing is a monster. So let's see, also got this Boss chromatic tuner. First of all, these two have got to go, right? Because this thing is massive. I could fit both my feet on there, I'm pretty sure. But also, I did a review of it, the Ernie Ball VP Tuner Junior. You can see quite a bit smaller than the old tuner. But it's basically these two pedals together. So why do I need these two? I don't. I'm gonna go with this guy. So these are out. Sorry guys. All right, that's going on there. Ooh, this guy, my Empress Effects compressor. Just got it back in the mail. It's actually what I was kind of waiting on to do this video, because after years and years and years on the road, it died on me, and it's my favorite pedal form factor compressor. So sent it off to them, they repaired it, sent it back, free of charge, super awesome company. I really love Empress. I have another pedal that you're about to see from them. So was waiting on this to come back. It's gotta go on the pedal board. Cannot play without it. Let's see, speaking of Empress, the Echo system, this thing also is a beast. I love it for digital delay. It does all kinds of things. Hopefully I'll have time to do a review or a demo of it here soon. That's got to go on there. Did a review of this one, the Warm Audio Foxy Tone Box fuzz pedal. I've never played with fuzz on my pedal board before. This will be my first ever fuzz pedal on here, but if you saw my review, you know that I really liked the way that it sounded. It totally changed my mind on fuzz pedals. So I actually wrote a few songs now with fuzz. And yeah, looking forward to incorporating this more into our set, also with our writing as well. That's going on there. All right, we got this Ibanez phaser. Yeah, I don't even know why that's here. That's I think that's left over from high school or something. Boss Metal Zone. Yeah, not saying it's not metal, but my triple rectifier or my diesel or my Friedman, yeah, they're way superior to this, so I'm gonna put that off to the side. Greenchild Striker, also did a review of this one, really liked it. It's a really great overdrive pedal, excuse me, overdrive pedal. It's got a built-in compression circuit, get some really cool sounds with it. I'd like to find space to integrate it, so it's kind of on the bubble. We'll see if I have room for it. Dark Glass Alpha Omicron that they sent us for a review that I never did, but maybe one day. It's a great pedal. There you go. There's my review. I've never tried it on guitar before. Maybe it sounds cool, but yeah, I'll just keep it for reamping. Actually, it's what I reamped the Rhodes on in Bloodsport, so again, check that out, but probably just keep it off to the side. Last but not least, my Digitech whammy pedal. I've developed a new appreciation for this. With my old writing, I only ever had one song where I used it, but then in the Foxy Tone Box review, I used it for some really interesting sounds, and I kind of like it. I want to use it a little bit more. So you can see my conundrum here, trying to find space for all this stuff. Let's see, also got some parts over here, some new Velcro, yeah. We got some BNCs. So actually underneath here, I have mounted my wireless receiver, and I didn't always have all of these metal plates on here, so there was never a problem with reception. But now that I'm about to put all the metal plates on there, I don't want to build a Faraday cage right around my receiver, so I'm going to put my antenna on the outside. So I'm going to take these BNC feed-through jacks, and I'm going to put them on the back of my pedal board. So that's kind of one of the upgrades I'm doing. And then these are the covers, so when you're traveling or whatever, you don't want dust to get in there. So I'm going to remove the antenna and then put these on to keep it clean. And then the antenna will then go on these magnet mounts that I'm going to put on the inside of the case, the lid of my case, so that when I'm getting ready to leave, I just pop them off the back and I throw them onto the lid on these magnet mounts. Also, just got these really cool ribbon cables. I have some black ones as well, but the red finally came in from Ernie Ball. Yeah, so these will be running underneath the metal plates, keeping all the cabling nice and clean. But if you can't tell, I really like red, so looking forward to putting these in as well. I think that's it. So first things first, I'm gonna see if I can actually fit all of this stuff on here in the first place, and then I'm going to completely take it apart and clean it. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut to the time lapse of me making this thing work. right, so I got it as clean as I could. There's so much sweat on there that I probably could have used a more abrasive chemical to like really get it off, but you know, dish soap worked fine enough for me. Cleaned up the pedals. I got the BNC feed-throughs on the back for the antenna, and then I got these nice little chains with the covers on them that will go on those BNC feed-through jacks while it's traveling. Fun fact, apparently the antenna are aluminum, or I mean, I'm assuming it's aluminum, and it is not magnetic. So the plan that I had to stick this to a magnet on the lid is now no longer going to work. I'm going to have to figure out something else for that, but that's okay. Quick note on antenna and on those feed-through jacks and antenna cables in general. If you were to just look up a BNC feed-through jack online, it'd probably be 75 ohms, which is for video. Antenna and RF is 50 ohms, so if you want to do anything like this, just make sure you get the right resistance. So up next, let's see, I got everything placed where I want it to. It's all stuck down, looking good. So now I'm just going to run the cables, and in order to know how to do that, I'm actually going to get a piece of paper and a pen and draw it out to make sure I understand my signal flow from beginning to end. So yeah, I'm going to do that. All right, I got my paper here, got my trusty Sharpie. I'm gonna try and draw really big for the GoPro hanging above me here. Okay, so first thing I'm going into, this is my antenna, or my receiver, my wireless receiver. All right, and then that's gonna go into my tuner pedal. And remember, if you saw my VP Junior tuner pedal review, you'll remember that the tuner pedal actually has two circuits. It's got the tuner circuit in it, and it's got the volume pedal circuit. And that's so that you can actually have those two parts of the pedal in different parts of your signal chain, because you may not actually want to go directly out of your tuner into your volume pedal. So it actually has an input and output independent for both. So first thing I'm gonna hit is my tuner here. And then you gotta hit your compressor next to make sure your signal is nice and healthy before it hits anything else. Up next, looking at my pedal board right now, I think probably the volume pedal would make the most sense. Right? Right? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go volume pedal. Ooh, get this arrow in there. Okay, volume pedal. Okay, and then we're gonna come out of the volume pedal. Let's do whammy. I like to have my expression effects before my distortions, so wham. Out of that, whoop, into my crybaby, or my wah. Wah. Okay, and we're gonna go out of that. Now we're gonna get into some distortion. So I don't think it really matters which I put first, the overdrive or the fuzz, but I think just by where they're placed, probably going to the overdrive first. So overdrive, fuzz. All right, and then it's actually gonna hit my patch bay. And then I'll run a 20-foot cable to my amplifier, and we'll just say that's over here. Boop. My big ol' amp, whatever it may be. Okay, and then I gotta run a send all the way back, which will hit my patch cable. This is the sign for a patch. Okay, and then it's going to hit the only effect that I have on here, a timing-based effect, which is gonna be my delay. My echo system. All right, then it's gonna go back, it's gonna hit the patch bay, and then go all the way back to my amp. And that looks to be it. So that's my plan. I think it looks okay. I think it makes sense. I don't know. Let's see, volume pedal, would it make any sense to be after my whammy or my wah? I mean, maybe if I wanted to do a swell with like an octave whammy up, or if I wanted to do a swell after I had my wah on as like an envelope, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I'd ever do that, but I would at least have the ability to. So I'm actually gonna move this. Actually, I'll move it right there. Make my volume pedal last. That way, if I ever want to swell anything with my distortion, my overdrive, or my fuzz, that I can do that. Because I don't know that I would want to swell into my fuzz. Yeah. Okay. I got a plan. Now time to execute. Here we go. All right, finally got everything all cabled up, got the power in, got the instrument cables. I did have to run a few more of the cables over the top than I wanted to, but that's just because of cable length, and I'd still rather do that than have to terminate new cables. I think it looks pretty nice. I got these antenna on the outside of the case now, which I'm pretty happy with. I do have to figure out something other than the magnet that I was planning on using to keep them when I'm traveling. But yeah, I really like pedal pad because, you know, just flip the lid off and then turn the power on. Got the patch cable over here. I just run a send to the amp and then a return and send for the effects. And then you're rocking and rolling. So I'm gonna have Luis take some nice glamour shots, make it look all nice and clean and shiny, and then call it a night. If you want to hear how it sounds, why don't you check with my Instagram, Matt Ingram Sound, and I'll be putting tones on there all week. I'm not going to do it tonight because I'm extremely tired. So thanks for watching. If you guys have any suggestions for pedals or any questions about any of this, let me know in the description below. I'll also be putting links to all of this, everything that I used, in the description below if you want to use any of it as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.